Player Levi Steins, please proceed to table 27 immediately. Levi Steins to table 27.
Well, hello everybody, welcome. Thanks for joining. We are day 2 here at the Predator European Championship Juniors in Slovenia. The 14-1 straight pool division has been concluded this morning, and we had Felix Vogel winning the under-19s gold medal and Max Benko, local player Slovenia, winning the under-17. Great performance from them. We turn our attention now to the 10-ball division, and we're just kicking things off. Already some matches underway. This is a round 1 match. We have Lavro Bratsun from Croatia against Walter Laiker from Sweden. It's a race to 7, alternate break with a shot clock in operation. And as we see there, Lavro to break. Pretty good break as well. Hit them very well. Lovely break, wide open table. Shot on the 1. Not sure if he can pot the 1. Looks tight, but maybe judging by his body language, he might be able to. Does have to get back for the 3, so if it's thin, might have to come underside the 3. Not sure if he can hold, if he can pot it. There's plenty of space around where his arm is if he does want to come that way, assuming he can pot it. Well, he could pot it, but lost the cue ball. And he's gave a great chance to Walter here to get his arm going. Yeah, it hasn't worked out. Doesn't really have. He does have a bank if he wants to be aggressive, but there's plenty of places to hide underneath those cluster of balls. I think that's where he'll be sending the cue ball. Oh, is he just overhit this though? I think he wasn't sure whether to go behind the 7 or the 8, and he's kind of gone in between. Could be a bit of a missed opportunity there. Not sure if he can see an edge. If he can't, he's going back for his jump cue, I think. It was a pretty good hit. How's your luck? Well, it's not bad. Ooh, it's landed a bit nasty. Don't know if Walter can see an edge. Yeah, just a containing safety. Couldn't really do a great deal there. It's a bit risky to try and get behind the 6 ball, so a little bit of control in the favour of Lavro here. Try and get a little bit of cover. Well, taking a really aggressive one on. That wasn't easy by any means. Maybe that's a sign of how Lavro wants to attack this match. In terms of experience, the young Swede does have some medals already under his belt. He's won silver medals in the 8-ball and the 9-ball in the under-17s division a few years. Oh wow, he's totally mishit that. He went for that shot. So you would think on paper, like, does have a bit more of a experience. However, that doesn't mean that Soon isn't capable. So let's say he's got a great chance here on this 4, wide open 5, and the 6, and the 7, and the 8 isn't too bad either. So just about getting good angle on this 7-ball. 10-ball does come into play a little bit. I'm not sure if he can just drop the 7 in and go under the 10 for the 8. He doesn't have the best angle here. I wonder if he might even go forward. Just run it off 2 rails, possibly. Wow, how much juice did he get on that? Goodness me. Just exploded. What a shot he's played there in terms of spin. I don't think he needed to come that far over. He just got cued it so well. So second ball in hand for Walter here to try and get his first rack on the board. Major problems here. Just pull this back down table. I decided to go forwards as well, so I prefer to go the top spin way. It's worked out pretty nice. I think you'd be relieved to get this one on the board. Both of them just settling in, first rack, a little bit nerves. But thumping that 10 ball in just to give his arm a little bit of settling in. First rack goes to Sweden. You see we have 2 tables running at the same time. Also under 19s match there on table 2. So you can watch either match. Choose what you want to look at. Commentary on both tables as well. So you get to see the break of Iker. That's a pretty good hit. Could be dry though. Could be dry and a lovely Lovely starting position. Might be a bit straight on this one. Hard to tell if he's got much angle to get on the 2. But the 2 and the 3 pretty close together, so if he is absolutely perfectly straight, he can really only come back. Now there you go, that tells me he's very straight, so he's looking to go kind of short side. Just play the 2 in the top right corner pocket. Yeah, there you see, going all the way forward. Danger with that shot is that you're very close to the 2 ball, so if you're straight there's not much you can do, but it looks like he's got a little bit of angle, so maybe trying to bring this out down table for the 3 in the same corner. Oh, he's judged that really well. Key shot 5 ball is going to have to be something he's thinking about. He's pretty straight on this 3 as well, so there you see it. He can probably just go off the top cushion, or he could draw it off the long rail, but having a bit of angle on the 4 ball is really important. Probably come below the 5. Play it in the top right corner would be nice, because it's a good connector to the 6 ball in the side. Yeah, he's pretty straight. Can he spin this across? Not sure he's got the best angle here. If he does go forward, he might go towards the 10, which is not where he wants to be, so he might have to come back to centre table. That might be plan B, which is a bit more tricky. There's a little bit more traffic. He's got a chance to hook himself as well. How's the pace? Wow, what a great shot he's played there. Fantastic cueing. Absolutely perfect. You can just drop this 5 ball in if he chooses. If the 6 does go in the side, if not, he can just stun it back out. Could even play the 6 ball in the same pocket if he wishes, depending how he's feeling. It does go in both bottom corners. Well, there you go, the side doesn't go, so he will be playing one of the bottom pockets. Yeah, that's not the best shot. Hasn't left the best angle there at all. Not sure if he was trying to hold for the bottom left, or was he trying to play across for the bottom right. The only good thing is the 7 ball is over the side pocket, so if you can just focus on this pot all the way around the table maybe. Oh, he's missed that by a mile. How's your luck? Well, he has left it. Missed opportunity there. He played a few good shots. Wow. Incredible. They're both having quite some chances, and 3 scratches already, and we haven't even played 2 racks, so quite remarkable stuff. best shot again. Hampered cueing a little bit over the 10. I think he does have a little bit of angle as well, so that helps, because you can pot this and try and draw it just to the left side of the 10 ball. Yeah, he can actually go forwards as well, so just depends how he feels. Yeah, I like that shot, just delicate. Just pull it across to the side of the table. Give him a shot on this 10. No need to go all around the world. So Lavro gets one on the board. Made a mistake, but due to the scratch from Walter, gifted him a chance to get back on the board. Here we see we have a couple of matches in flight at the moment, round 1 matches, and then we'll have one final session this evening, 8 PM local time, and we will wait to see who will be slotted into those matches depending on the draw. Players are still battling it out at the moment. Dry break there, not as good as his first break. Has left a shot on the 1, and it's not a bad angle. Two ball is available, just got to kind of try to, might even try to draw above the 8 ball here. That might be the shot. Come off the long rail, I don't know if he can hold for the 2. He could even try to go below the 8. Oh, nicely done. Good shot. Here's a break box in operation as well, just to let you know. You can see the lines at the top of the table. Players will need to break from outside of that break box, unlike the conventional. Players like to break from the center of the table on a 10 ball break, but they have to break outside the break box for this. So he's calling the carom. He's going to play off the 3 and just drop in the 10 ball. Needs to be delicate. He wants a shot on this 3, so he doesn't want to hit it too hard. Oh, he's tried to play the 3 on the other side, so... Oh, what a nice shot he's played there. Judged it to perfection. Yeah, he's got an okay angle here. He can pop this 4, come across to the right side of the table for the 5. Doesn't want to be on the rail. If he is on the rail, he needs angle, which I don't know if he has. Well, what a shot he's faced with here. This could be a tremendous positional shot. Loads and loads of topspin with right hand spin. 3 rails for the 6 in the top left. Is he going to get there? Well, he does. He's cued that extremely well. What a great shot. Lovely angle as well now. But again, when he pots the 7, he will have to come back up for the 9. So ideally he needs to be past the middle pocket, the middle line. If he's not past the middle line, he might be a bit too steep on this 7. Let's see how the pace is. Needs to go. Yeah, I don't know if he can avoid the 10, so he'll be playing 7 in the bottom right with draw off the 10. Trying to pull that cue ball back up table for the 9. Always a bit tricky to control these ones. Just sometimes hard to judge exactly how you're going to catch the 10 ball. Always a risk of screwing into the left centre or one of the corners depending how you catch it. I think looking at the angle he might catch the 10 pretty okay, and just make sure he's got to put some draw on this and he doesn't stun it into the 10 and the white doesn't move. Yeah, he's just got enough, I think. Might have to play this cue ball 2 times, hitting both top short rail and the bottom short rail back to the middle of the table. Don't think you can drop this in and hold it. Looks a bit thin. Sometimes it can be deceiving. First glance, I think you will have to play this just a little bit harder. Off top rail, off the bottom rail and back up centre table. 1, 2, how's your luck? Well, it's not too bad, you'll take that. Could have been a lot worse. I think you just put a little bit too much, put a bit of spin on that, I think, a bit of right hand spin just to try and straighten it up. Yeah, nice shot. A little bit of a strange rack. Balls were slotted around the table in funny positions, but managed to weather the storm, work out the puzzle and get another rack on the board. Takes a 2-1 lead and a break to come. Be hoping to make a ball this time and see if he can extend this lead. Race to 7. Trying to keep that cue ball in the middle of the table. Yeah, just like that. Oh, it's had a bit of an unlucky bump maybe. Or has it? Wow, that's worked out pretty good. Could have been worse. 2 ball, it's not ideal. It's got a little bit of cover from that 9 ball. Yeah, it's not great this, because you can't play it in the top left. The centre pocket is far too tight, I think. You might actually have to play it off 2 rails. Kind of try to get somewhere near the 3 ball. That might be his only potting angle. 2 rails above the 9. I mean, he might not even be playing. Well, if he drops this in the side, this is incredible. It does look very, very tight. This is very missable. Nah, he's playing safe. I thought he wasn't thinking about that. He's going to try and put him behind the 9 ball. It's interesting. He did have a shot to play position on the 2, but chose for the easier safety. Tells me that he's not wanting to give much away. I guess race to 7 is a little bit short in some respects. Every rack is super critical. I think he's put him so close to that 9 ball. I'm not sure if Lavro can even get at that 1 rail. Might have to play a slow shot with spin. Where's the safety coming from? You might have to just call the 2 just in case. He's calling it in the top left. I wonder if he's going 2 rails, like a Z shot. Long rail, then long rail and catch it from behind. Is that what he's trying? Maybe? This is very hard to judge. Well, got a ball in the pocket he called, but not the one he wanted. Still, it's not super straightforward this, because the 6 ball next to the 8 isn't great. The only good news is the 5 ball is very close to the 6, and then the 6 to the 7 to the 8 is quite okay, so it's all about the position on the 5, so he can leave himself pretty okay on that 6. As you see there, it's quite close to the point of the middle pocket. Sometimes when you're playing shots with stun and catch that point, it can just go a little bit weird. But you see, he's played it pretty well, so he will just want to pull this back just past the 8. I mean, he could roll it forward really if he wanted to. Well, he's judged that really well. Nice angle he left there, and like I say, the 6, 7 and 8 connection is really nice, even to the 9 and 10, so you can just play a little bit of a stun shot here. There you go. Again, another stun shot. Pretty straightforward to get to the 9, and then a nice little stun shot on the 9 as well. You might just play this off the rail even, so taking these very well. He broke the white ball. They broke the balls very well there. Kept the cue ball in the center of the table, and it did get kicked, but he played a very, very good safety to put Lavro in a big bit of trouble there. And he was able to get the ball in hand and extend his lead to 3 racks to 1. Two there on the other table at the moment, not much in them. Took a bit of pace off the break this time. It's the 8 ball now. So another dry break, and he has left a shot on the 1. 2 ball. Yeah, 2 ball does go on the bottom left. It is a little bit of a delicate shot if he wants to play that way, because he'll just have to kind of drop this 1 ball in. The middle pocket does come into play if he goes that way. Yeah, he tried it. Second prize though. In a bit of trouble here. Might have a kick shot, but don't know if the 3 ball's in the way. Might have to run back and get his jump cue possibly. kick's not on. It's a shot clock in operation, so 35 seconds. He's calling the corner. He's going to try another double rail escape, I think. Long rail, long rail. So difficult to judge this. There you see. I just think those kick shots are almost the most difficult kick shots you can have in the game. Judging one rail is hard enough. To judge that onto the second rail is very, very difficult indeed. Ball in hand. How's the pace? Well, it's not too bad. I think he's got the angle just a stun above the 3. Play the 3 in the bottom right. Just stun past it. He decided to go up and down. Thought he could have still got the same angle there just by drifting past the 3. But he chose to go up and down. He's played it very well though. Looks quite tight on that angle, but obviously goes. Yeah, there we see. These 3 balls are all nicely placed. 4, 5 and 6. 7 to 8 will be key, but it's over the pocket, so all he needs to do is, well, as long as he can see it, he doesn't want to be he's okay. I was going to say he doesn't want to be having a problem with the 10 ball, so he might have to go forward 2 rails. Well, that's a bit straight. He could have screwed that back and guaranteed a better angle. He might have to take a little bit of a longer 8 ball here. There you see, it does go. So if he just punches this in and leaves it somewhere on the left side of the table, a thin 8 is fine. Yeah, nice. The 9 ball is waiting there as well, so just pot this with some either left hand spin, or he might go right hand spin and go underside the 9. I think the left side's safer. Yeah. 10 ball's pretty close to the corner as well, so he's taking these well. Again, from a ball in hand opportunity, putting Lavro in a bit of trouble. A couple of kick shots he's tried have been a little bit extravagant, but that could just be due to the difficulty of the safety as well. So we're taking a 4-1 lead there. Much one-way traffic there at the moment. Lots of pool coming up this next week. So we had the straight pool yesterday and this morning. 10 ball is starting today, but we still have 8 ball, 9 ball and the team divisions to come. We also have the girls events as well throughout the week, so lots of pool running through until Tuesday next week, the 22nd. Hopefully you can stick with us when you can. And if you don't get the chance, you can always watch these matches back in your own time. They will all be on the Pro Billiards YouTube channel at your pleasure. So he makes a ball off the break. Does he have an edge on the one? He maybe does. If not, might play a, yeah, probably a push out here. It's interesting, has he pushed it, left the gap? Let's see what cue. So he's got his main playing cue, so he might have left a gap. I'm not sure if he can pot it. If he can pot the one, that's a little bit of a mistake by Walter, because if he can pot it, he can stop shot. Oh, he can run it forward, and maybe the 2 goes in the side. Be a little bit of a loose one there. Yeah, a bit of a mistake that. I'm sure that's not what he wanted to leave, but it was a good pot. Yeah, is he on this 3? Don't know if he is. It's very tight looking at that angle. It does look very tight. Don't know what happened there. Did he go for that pot? It's a bit confusing. I don't. It looked very tight. I don't think he could pot it, but he missed by quite some way. So maybe he was thinking he could spin it in, or he's had a bit of fortune there on what he's left, or what he hasn't left. I'm sure Walt, I'll be happy to be at the table. Doesn't really have the best of safeties though. Can he spin this above the 8? He's tried. Second prize, because he didn't play that little tap on the table. Dropped his chalk. Always seems to go under the table. Any of you pool players out there, I'm sure you agree. Whenever you drop your chalk, it always goes under the table. Especially with these town chalks, because they're circular and they just roll away. Yeah, he hit that pretty well. That little flick off the 8 ball was worked in his favour. Otherwise I think that might have been up over the top corner pocket. But he hasn't hooked him. He's called the cross bank down in the bottom left. Well, the back double, I would say. The back bank. Not sure if he's going all out aggressive here, but he does have 4 balls in the middle of the table. There's a little bit of cover, so it's a 2-way shot. Has he got the pace? It's not far away. Well, he's got the pace, pace down all the way to the rail, and I'm just wondering if he's left an edge. If not, I think you can definitely pot it rail first. Yeah, I think you can just pot it normal. Yeah, it's a foul because he went rail first there and he didn't catch a rail after. So another ball in hand opportunity for Walter. He's had a few ball in hands in this match so far. It's always going to be difficult when you're giving your opponent ball in hand. Some of those were inflicted by good safeties by Walter, but for the rest, a couple of scratches and chance for Walter to get a 5-1 lead here. Yeah, it's okay. It just held up for a moment there. It looked like it was going to run on top of the 8 ball. Yeah, he's a little bit, I think he's okay. He's a little bit in between. I think he wanted to be a little bit straighter on this 8 ball. Still think he's okay. Yeah, from that angle looks okay. Just play this off 1 rail. Just taking his time. It's a little bit off angle, but all he's got to do is pot the 8 and the 9 is waiting in the side. Yeah, he just caught the long rail, but no damage. Yeah, and while I'm punishing Lavro there with picking up the pieces from a ball in hand, and extends his lead even further, 5 racks to 1, getting closer to the finish line. Race to 7, remember. Yeah, lots of first-time players this event with the under-17s. A lot of the under-19s have came through playing the under-17s, so it was nice to see yesterday some of the upcoming players in the straight pool and playing their first European Championships. Some great talent coming through. Always nice to see. Will be interesting to see how those matches and all the first timers get on with all these disciplines. Looking forward to the team events as well. That's always exciting. So big break needed here. Pretty okay cue ball. A couple of bumps. Hope that'll do. Just a shame that he's got a bit more angle on the 1 than he would have liked. Just because I don't know if he can draw past the 5. I think he can. Come 2 rails. And he could also just drop this in and take a much more difficult 2, but I think he likes to play the ball around the table, so maybe draw this 1 ball in past the 6 ball. Off the short rail. It looks like he's going to drop it in, maybe. Maybe he's changing his mind. Oh, he's going to foul again. He tried to just kill the cue ball and leave a more difficult, longer 2 ball. I can understand that shot, but it's a very touchy one. I bet he wished he played around the table now. Just worst case scenario, if he wasn't perfect on the 2, he kind of had at least a shot. Giving ball in hand in this on this break is a bit of a nightmare. This is a key shot here. He's got to draw this back for the 5, but he needs to make sure he's got enough angle to come back across for the 7. Cue ball will do a little bit of back and forwards here with 6 on the left, 7 on the right, 8 on the left and 9 on the right. Just drop this off 1 rail back out, and then do the same again 2 more times. It's kind of like what you see in practice drills, moving the cue ball side to side. Anywhere in the centre of the table will work. Doesn't want to be straight on the 8. To slow up a little bit. Perfect. It's not too bad if he's a little bit straight on this 9 this time. He's also got angle, so he can just come back across to where he's standing. Play the 10 ball in the bottom right as we see it. We're wobbled in, but this gets him on the hill. Thumps it in with authority. Yeah, Lavro just hasn't been able to get going here. One too many mistakes. I think the ball in hands have really been key, because missing a ball and trying something is and not happening is okay, but giving ball in hand, it's probably been 4 or 5 ball in hands, I think. Always going to be an uphill battle there. So Walter makes it to the hill. He'd love to have a great break here and just run this match out. Great cue ball, makes a 2 ball, makes a 1 ball. No shot on the 3. Don't think he's got a bank. 8 ball looks to be blocking the bank, I think. However, he'll be looking for some cover. Try to see where he can hide the cue ball. He can just play off the left edge. Yeah, try and send it down. Needs to keep going. Yeah, he's got the hook again, I think. There is a 1 real kick here. As you see, straight through the gap there. He's called the corner just in case. You see that more and more. You will probably need to give this a little bit of pace just to try and get the 3 down table. It's a good hit. Yeah, it's a good shot. Very well played. As he just left an edge, maybe. Yeah. But didn't give ball in hand and he didn't leave a shot on, so that's as good as an outcome. Calling it in the corner, but don't know if he's really going for this. He's going to try and play thin off the edge. Just wondering if he'll miss the 9. Could miss the 9. How's his luck though? Didn't go to plan. Well, he hasn't left it open, but he has left a 3-8 combo here. Yeah, 3-8 is the shot. He's okay. He can just drop this in. 4 balls waiting, and then the 5 ball is waiting. 6 ball is a little bit tricky because depending how he lands on the 5, 6 ball does go in, well, both top pockets and both center pockets and the bottom right, so it's only blocked in the bottom left. just lost the cue ball a little bit there. Bit of pressure on this now, because Walter is on the hill. Does have an okay angle though. I think you can, if you just pots this and lets the cue ball just travel, it will come back across towards the 10. Pressure shot here. How's the pace? Yeah, it was a good shot. I think he's just about got there. So he's going to use the rest. Yeah, that's okay. I thought he had lost the cue ball a little bit there, but just travelled on, so he's hanging in this rack. It's been a little bit of a battle to get over the line. One more shot required. Yeah, nicely done. Keeps him alive in this match. Still got lots to do. With an alternate break format, it means that the pool gods have to be on his side a little bit, because Walter will have some breaks to win the match. Two ball just coming in front of the 1 is fine, but would have been so much nicer if it didn't. Just means the cue ball's travelling a little bit more. Wow. I think he might be okay though. I don't think he's left it on. That's what I'm saying. The cue ball was travelling. It's a little bit thinner. He's going to play a two-way shot here maybe. Maybe bank and hide behind the 2. It's a thin one if he goes for it. Oh, he's chose to try and play safe and double kissed it. Maybe not the worst outcome. It is cuttable in the side, but cue ball's travelling a little bit wild. Calling it, so maybe he's thinking it's time to go for it. Oh, what a shot. He played that in off the 2. He's obviously hoping for a bit of luck off the 2. He's left. He hasn't got the hook, but hasn't sold out either. Can he get the cover? That's what he needs to find. Well, it's all gone wrong a little bit there. I think he's being lucky again. Foul. He tried to swerve it and just caught the 5. The ball in hand for Lavro here. He's getting a little bit of chances. Just need to start taking them. Try and get himself back in this match. Yeah, a bit of pressure on this one. Yeah. That was the luck this time. Well, has he left a combo in the side? I don't know. Even if the forward goes in the top, looks like it might do as well. So he might have a couple of options here. See what he calls. I think 4-ball in the top is maybe more beneficial to get on the 5. Might have to play a little bit of pace. Not sure what he called, so we'll see. Yeah, that's why he's decided to come down. He's played that pretty well. Depending if he's straight or not. If he's straight, he can just run this forward. 7-ball, as you see there, looks quite close to that long rail. Not sure if it's easy in the side or he might have to come below it. He's having a look now. It'd be great if he can play it in the side, but he has a nice angle to go below it. So judging this, maybe he's going to play it in the side then. It's not the best angle to go all the way up table. than enough room. He's a bit annoyed because I think he's a bit straight on this 8 ball. If he is, he might have to take what the table gives him, unless he wants to punch it with the left hand side and come down table for the 10 ball in the bottom left. Yeah, go and have a look. If he does roll it through towards the middle pocket, it's a lot thinner 10 ball than he would have liked. But he's got no choice, he's just got to make the decision. And you see, so this 10 ball for the win. Cue ball is, it's one of those angles as well where cue ball could run towards one of the pockets. You just got to commit to this. Go all in. Don't play it too tentative. Missed it. So yeah, first chance really to win goes missing. A bit of a gift from Walter there. Probably a little bit careless on that 7. He should have maybe double checked on that 8. If anything, maybe leave the 8 ball short so you have an angle to go around the table rather than trying to go up the table. But he needs to put that out of his mind. He's got a break here now. 6-3 still. Eight ball maybe. So he makes a couple of balls. Don't think the 1 ball goes. He might have a carom or a safety, whatever he chooses. He's not even looking at the carom. He's going straight for the safety. He has left a kick shot here though. This 1 ball is potable. And because where the 2 ball is, if he can't catch the short rail and kick the 1 ball in, the natural angle should give him position on the 2. Just has to judge the spin. Yeah, he missed it. Missed his mark there. He's had a bit of a result. Don't know if he can get through. Well, you see, he can't. So he has got an edge. Try and get some cover down table. He's misjudged that though. Oh, how's the roll? Tap on the table tells me it's nice. This could be a bit nasty. Yeah, he's had a big roll there, as well that. And this is a kick shot that Lavro really needs to hit because these balls are wide open. That was a good hit, and he's going to have a result. It's not a bad outcome. Trying to hide behind those balls. He's got there. It's not a difficult kick. Fully expect Lavro to hit the 1 without any problems. It's just about, can he get some cover? He could play the 1 with some draw. Try and put that cue ball right up behind the 7. Try and put the 1 ball on the right hand side rail, kind of to the right of his elbow. Hit that. Didn't catch it how he wanted to. And he's gave another ball in hand. So straight away 2 to 3 is going to be the shot. Balls are all potable, of course, but six ball, does it go past the 7 in the bottom left corner? I think it does. How's the pace? Needs to get past the 10. That's a great shot. Very nicely done. So one more good shot after this. Doesn't want to be totally straight. Oh, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's not as good as he could have left it. Thought he might have played that a little bit more topspin. Gonna have to draw this off the long rail now. Would have been nice to be more to the right side of that 9, so he didn't have to do too much with the cue ball. Just means he's got to put a bit more on this. If he can get the cue ball back to the centre of the table, he'll be fine. Just with it being tight and a cutback. How's the pace? That's pretty good. Question now is, can he pot the 7 and hold it for the 9, or does he have to play off 2 rails? I think he can hold it. Yeah, he can. This time he needs to make sure. It's a lot better. Needs his extension again. This 10 ball is much easier than the one he had previously. Just going to give this every bit of extra focus. Doesn't want to have a repeat of what happened in the last rack. Wouldn't be surprised if the cue ball goes 2 rails up table here. Yeah, nicely done. Congratulations to Walter Leiker from Sweden. Makes it into the next round. Unlucky for Lavro, but he's not out. He just has to go through the scenic route on the loser's side. That is the end of this match. We will be back at 8 PM local time for the next match, so not too long at all. I've been Graham Hickman. Thanks everyone for joining, and we will be back soon for the next match. Bye for now.
doesn't spot up. It doesn't spot up.
And let's have a great day.
No, dovete levarle qua.
Let's have a great day.
Thank you.
And the camera people will tell us when to stop.
Pazienza.
Hello and welcome to the Predator European Youth Championships. We have a winner's qualification match in the 10-ball division. We have Ametic Karasalan from Turkey and Allesio Bonasinga from Italy. Not too much information about both these players, but they've both advanced undefeated to this point. So race to 7, playing 10-ball. Be alternate breaks. Players are not allowed to break within the box. They are forced to break from the side rails. Great rule, in my opinion. Going to see a lot more tactical play that way. Still have the tap racks, but just taking out the factor of too many breaking runs from breaking from the middle. I guess maybe the juniors are allowed to break from the middle, because he is starting from the middle. Pardon me on that one. So let's go have the first break here. 3-ball down, 9-ball almost down. Good solid break. Shot on the 1. Gonna have to hit this ball with some speed to get the cue ball moving to the right enough. Nice play. Strong opening shot from Allesio. In good position now. That's a lot. We'll end up with an angle where he's coming across table from the 4 to the 5. It's okay. Italy's been one of the lesser represented countries at European Championships over the years. Fabio Petroni, a good world-class player coming out of that country. Play a little bit of 3 cushion over there. They actually play another game I'm not quite remember the name of, but it's kind of only played in Italy. Definitely do play a lot. Just trying to hold it across table here. Ended up coming across twice. 5's not going to be available on the bottom left. And overcut the 5 here and lay the 5 in the middle of the short rail. Try to get the 10 involved as a blocker. 6-ball will be kind of in the way of that path. There'll be ways to avoid it. Nice play, not getting any full coverage, but definitely safe. First look at Epbf here. Also coming from another country that hasn't had a lot of historical representation internationally or at the European Championships. But it looks like they are starting to play a little more. Produce the current women's 10-ball champion. European 10-ball champion. Nice shot there. Perfect weight. Allesio going for the jump cue here. Handball going to get in the way. It might. Pretty thin on the angle here. Not going to be able to hold it one rail. Might choose to run into it. There's a path between the 6-10 going up table back to the short rail. Try to hold it. Just a little too much angle. Get it about as light as he could. Still running into the 6. A little too far. Another safe here for Allesio. 10's going to have to get in the way here. And the cue ball's going to come out. Looks like just a little too far. Close one. Alessio's got his jump cue in his hand, so it looks like he might have coverage. Very makeable jump here. Ideally, trying to play it with draw. Got a bit of draw out of it. Not quite enough to get ideal on the 7. 7 pretty much frozen with the long rail, so that's going to take away a lot of the banking options. He is on a back cut angle, so it could be possible. Likely be seeing the safe here. Shot. Good smart shots being displayed by both players in the first rack. A little less experience at this high level, kind of getting near the end of tournaments. Offensive bank opportunity available here for Allesio. It's worth the risk, and he recognizes it. He's called bank in the side. Wants the cue ball to slow down here a little bit. End up on the rail, but nothing to do for position on the 9. Worst case scenario here is he runs into the 10 off the side of the 10 and goes into a pocket, but unlikely. And have a shot at this in the side. Oh. A little more distance than ideal here on the 10. Focus on the pocketing. Track number 2, I'm at the break here. Got a window between the 7-8, pretty straight on the 1. Gonna have to leave himself some distance, but he can play into the 7-8 window. 2's reasonably close to the pocket. Apologize to the viewers at home, just having a couple connection issues, but looks like I'm back okay here. So I'll start off with more analysis in rack number 3 coming up. Allesio going out to a 2-0 lead here. Nine ball down, 1 ball in play. Both players have had 3 successful breaks here and having a shot on the 1 each rack. No chances to be offensive. 1 ball, probably the toughest game to have a breaking run at. Eight ball being number 1, 9 ball number 2. Just a much tougher break, tougher requirements to control the cue ball. Starter from Allesio. Slightly overhit the speed, but he should be okay. Have to play this one in with a little less speed than ideal. Could choose to come 2 rails across. Really, ideally wouldn't want to be playing tough pocketing angle like this at slow speed. I'll use the thick part of the pocket nicely there. Use the full amount of the left long rail that he could. Only reason that he slowed the cue ball down that much. And that was a smart play from Allesio. Cue ball's kind of running into the 6 now. Ideally, if it's playing between the 6-10 off the first angle, he could play a bunch of right spin. Try to hold up the middle. Avoid that contact with the 6, and it hasn't been a good result here. He's going to have to go to the jump cue. It's kind of a 4 or 5 jump, only in the first 3 games. Trying to make it 4 there. 7 ball ended up going in, but of course, reminder that 10 ball is call shots only. Hasn't left anything. Ametic has the option to pass it back to his opponent, but he's on a high percentage safe here. So he'll be looking to play safe here. Call the bank. Another 2-way call. Just gotta be careful because if you have to draw it and not get it as much distance. If he did follow it, there was a chance of the cue ball lining up with the 8. Trying to make something happen early, nothing wrong with it. Felix Vogel, one of the favorites in the junior tournament, played a few really nice banks in this final 16 straight pool match. Definitely a good weapon to have and something to try to develop overall. Allesio's pushed the 8, safe with the 10 here. Karaslan has a choice to either play the 5 in the side of the corner. It's not lying perfect for either. Just try to draw out of the angle. That can always be tricky when you're putting that type of stroke on the ball. Kind of force you to accidentally decelerate sometimes, and that's what happened there. Same problem for Allesio now with the 8. Easier to get on the 5. He's going to have to come with a big stroke shot here. Ideally, you'd like to draw the cue ball over to the right long rail. Get an angle going to the right with the cue ball off the 6. Nice try. Just caught it a little thickly, so he overdrew the angle. Ball in hand chance for now for Amet. Could play something creative, breaking into the 8-10. Problem there, if he hits the 10-2 squarely, you have to run too thin of a cut angle from the 6. Really pretty low percentage though if he starts playing position for the 6 here and then tries to break into the 8. Just really has to catch the top side of the 10. 6 is pretty close to the pocket, and that's what he's thinking about right now. Smart play here from Amet. Ball drawing a little too wide. The ball's going the wrong way now. I don't know if he cheats the extreme left part of the pocket, if he can get it ball drawing straight back. Some right spin to swing back towards the 8. Pretty complicated shot. Might have too much angle going in the wrong way regardless. Tried to come all the way around and got trapped in the side pocket. So Allesio with a chance to take a early lead here. There actually might not be any pocket for the 8, but he can get Amet really stuck behind the 10 here. Nice play. Might have left the right long rail. If he has, it'll be a pretty high percentage contact. But very tough ball to kick in or play safe off of. Might get a safe out of this. See how the 8 ends up. It's going to end up over the side. Not really. Unless we can play a creative cross bank here. Let's put a two-way element to it. Looking at cutting it straight in. I don't blame him. Cross bank's a very tough shot. So is this. I'm going to take an early lead here in the set. Tries, lost the cue ball though. This is going to be a oh, unless the 8 ties up the same way it just was. This is awkward. Might have to. He's kind of having a half smile about it. Ball in hand, 8 ball completely out of control. Didn't leave himself in an offensive position. He can combo the 10 in. The 10's not a win, but he will stay at the table if he does. Little bit worried about that because it's an off-angle combo, and he won't be able to predict 100% where the cue ball is going off the 8. So, oddly, he's going to have to play the same shot as Allesio just did. Yeah, he was okay in the corner. Missed it though. Odd turn of events here in the third rack. That power draw from Allesio. 9 feet of draw. 9 feet between the cue ball and the object ball. Impressive stuff. That's going to have to shake off that weird roll in the last rack. Seems capable. hit the break well his first time out. Had some promising shots in the first 3 racks. Just really could have easily gone different for him in rack number 3. Little off square on the hit there. 1 ball down though. No shot on the 2. Some good options to get the cue ball near the 3 or the 7. Moving the 2 up table and playing safe. Always tough when you're trying to play safe and you're not able to follow the ball. He did have to put a slight bit of draw on that. Just accidentally overdrew it a little bit or caught it a little bit too thick. So another chance here for Allesio. Ball in hand start. Plays with good pace. Just kind of gets after it. The whole pocket there, but he's okay. 1 rail out for the 5 now. Table looking pretty good. 4, 5, 6, 7 movement is pretty elementary. As long as he stays straight here on the 5. Recovery, had some angle going to the right, managed that well. Wants to get straight enough that he can draw straight back for that angle now. Looks like he is just straight enough. Nicely done from Allesio here. One part of the rack involved a little bit. Cue ball movement, pass nicely. Decently strong play from Allesio. He's pretty quick on his stroke. Might look to improve his timing a little bit going forward, but definitely has knowledge of how to move the cue ball around. Strong pocketing.
Extension.
Always a little weird when either the cue ball or the object ball is frozen to a rail. It looks like the cue ball is frozen to a rail here. Worst case scenario there is that the 10 is frozen to the rail as well. You kind of have to play like trick shot type shots, spinning the ball into the rail and trying to make contact. But 10 was off just enough, but he was able to manage it. Good shot there from Allesio. Looks like Amet's going to go for a break here, and we'll go for a break as well. Join the action over on table number 2. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this match. Karaslan entering the arena back from his break. It'll be Allesio to break in rack number 5. Taking a commanding 4-0 lead here in the first 4 games. Played well. Made a nice run on game number 4. A little bit of fortune in game number 3. It's going to start to get urgent pretty quickly here for Ametic. Cue ball off the table. Snake there from Allesio. 2 balls down and a reasonable layout for Karaslan, and he'll be looking to take full advantage here. 1 to the 3 is tough. Tough a shot on the run out, really. Have good speed control on this one. Don't mind taking where he is. Gonna have to really hit it with slow speed. Yeah, speed got him there. Hitting a shot like that at very slow speed. Didn't really have any much other option. He went below the 6. He was going to be too straight to create any movement going up tables. So another just kind of weird spot for Karaslan where he wasn't able to take advantage. Alessio's going to have a rail first here. Have to control the exact path of the cue ball when you're going rail first, but he will be moving up table and get there. That's 2 fouls for Allesio. For Karaslan to stay on offense throughout the rack, but if he does get in trouble, he'll have that in mind that he could play a 3 foul for the win. How's the speed going to be on this one? It's pretty good. Play around 2 rails here, back to the 4. Gonna have to draw this ball. Always tough to pinpoint the speed and exact angle of the cue ball when you have to play a bit of draw on it. There is a fair bit of... Oh, I'm surprised. I guess he knew he had Allesio on 2 fouls there and tried to win the game on that shot. This is the danger, though, if you don't actually get that 3rd foul position. Just kind of letting your opponent back in. Look out for the cue ball here. He was on 2 fouls, but he's going to be okay. Allesio didn't actually call that shot. He'll know that, and he has a bit of a puzzled look on his face, knowing that he should have called the 3. He just thought he was always going to bank wide of the side pocket. But just a little tip for players at home. Anytime a ball could go near a pocket in 10 ball, you're always better off calling it. He's going to put it back in anyways. But if the 4 would have ended up in a bit of an easier spot, he wouldn't have had the option. Or Allesio would have had the first option if he would have called it. Still is on 2 fouls here. Oh, pardon me, he isn't, because he made a legal shot on the last shot. Got some distance out of this one. At about 3/4 pocket past the 7. Very difficult on position for the 5. Don't think you can really follow it because the bottom right is too much of a threat. So we're going to have to come at this one with some speed and draw. Super high level of difficulty here, and he's down 4-0. He's taking the proper amount of pre-shot time. Recognizing the difficulty. Super tough shot. Looks like Allesio can play the 4 up the middle here. So he's thinking about playing the 4 past the 8. Could possibly slide the 4 in off the 8 if he ends up hitting the short rail first. Tried that, but lost control of the cue ball. And this is a good chance for Karslan here. Bit of cue ball movement throughout the rack, but definitely everything in the open. Reminder, it's the winner's qualification match, so both players are a couple victories into the tournament here. Too much angle on the 5. Looks like he can draw to the left of the 6 if he wants. Falling angle here is going to hit the 6 a lot. Get it. Things are turning bad for Karslan now. A couple chances where he had ball in hand and could have took advantage. Just not quite getting the job done in this match. A lot of distance, doesn't want to be straight here. He is. Only option now is to draw the cue ball back near the side and take a tough shot on the 8. Not much for safe. Tried to cross bank it, knew he was in a big trouble there being so straight. Looks like he's left a pocketing angle on the 7. Second opportunity here for Karslan in this shot, or in this game. Nice hit. Gonna take his first game. Straight in on the 10. Nice play. 4-1 now. That'll be Karslan to break in rack number 6. Five ball almost goes for Karslan. Nothing else down. First chance to Allesio here. Decent opener. Karslan had a 7-5 victory over Terme in the first round. This is the under-19 division. Rico Rompinen, Felix Vogel, big favorites in this division. Nicely on the 2 here. Not much cue ball movement towards the 3. Gonna want some angle going to the right off the 3, ideally playing the 4 in the left middle. Cue ball's kind of playing towards the side pocket if he wants to try to get that type of angle. Straight in could work. Gonna have to draw the cue ball in a very small area, kind of just past the 9. Looks like he's thinking about playing the 4 past the 5. Doesn't look like much pocket there. Could play the 4 off the 5, but will be a little bit out of control with the 5 in that case. See how he does here. Could be enough room to play correctly. Nice shot. Really all he had was too tough to develop some angle on the 3 where he was drawing to the right. So did well to get out of that spot. He's in good shape now. 8's going to be the toughest ball remaining on the table. So he's going to have to play the 6 in the top right, which is a pretty long pocket. So you want to get good position here. A little further than ideal. Play a slow roll. Natural position towards the 7 in the left middle. Good play. Wanted some angle going to the left off the 7. He still can create it going to the side rail with a bit of right spin. He's considering getting over where he's standing now. Pretty dangerous because if he doesn't get straight, cue ball's on a bit of a risk to go be playing into the side pocket. The speed here, it's got to be pretty much perfect. And it is. That's a great shot there. He's able to roll through the angle now. Not much to do for position towards the 9 and 10. Really had to be right up against the rail there. Good shot. Serving notice that he's going to be a threat to come back in this match. Nicely played. Running all the way out from the 1 here. It'll be Allesio to break in rack number 7. Lost the cue ball on his previous break, so we'll see if he's a little gun shy about that. Possibly subject to take a little speed off. But he'll know that that's a rare occurrence for him to still go full out here. Two ball down, 1 ball playing over the side, 10 ball, 4 balls. How many we got down here? 5 balls down, including the 10. That's a monster break in 10 ball. 10's not a winner, just gets spotted. A lot less traffic after you make 4 balls on the break. Unluckily a little straight here. He can play different parts of the pocket to develop some angle back towards the 5. Nice shot. He's in good line now for a break and run. Cue ball playing naturally off the side rail here. Bit of movement from 7 to the 8. The 8's very accessible. Big rack from Allesio. Under a bit of threat from Arslan. Losing 2 games in a row and getting closer in the score line, but this is going to put him out to a decent lead again. Nice break and run there. Be back on Karslan to try to narrow the gap again. It's a winner's qualification match. So the loser of this match will still have another chance of getting back to the final 16 single elimination. One player started this division. About 4 players have advanced to the final 32 as of this point. Felix Vogel is down 5-4 in his winner's qualification now. Rico Rompinen, 5-all. There's some good competition going on here with the 19 and unders.
Extension.
Decent save there from Karslan. Looks like he might have left the thinnest left edge. The 2. He has. Allesio will be able to get the cue ball up table. Stayed a little more defensive there. Trying to get the cue ball behind the 9. Karslan can bank the 2 and short of the 3-7. He can kind of follow the cue ball through the 2 and play the cue ball behind 3-7. That's what he's looking at. Got the 2 going short enough, but didn't really get that follow movement he needed on the cue ball. Allesio can take an aggressive try at the 2 here. Cue ball will be running into the 10 and has to be a little bit aware of the cue ball possibly following into the bottom right. It's worth the risk. Did have a go at it. He's ended up pretty good here. High percentage hit for Karslan. Gonna try to hit the bottom side of the ball. There is a jump available if he wants it. I don't mind the jump here. Should create some natural distance. If you can elevate it enough to get some bottom in the cue ball, it'd be ideal. Yeah, I was a little hampered with the cue ball being so close to the rail and trying to hit some draw. Had to get the cue ball up and down quickly. So good chance now for Allesio. Looks like a big draw play from the 3 to the 4. Got a lot of distance, so he's going to have to hit this one with speed. Got to catch a good amount of draw to avoid the 6 coming back. Yeah, I really wanted to be closer to the 3 there so you could keep the speed down. Didn't even hit that ball that badly, but whenever you're playing a ball along the rail with that much speed, you really got to target it perfectly. Caught it a little thick. Good results on the leave again, though, for Allesio. Might have the rail first between the 10-7. It's like doesn't quite have it. Bad spot here, actually. Even if he does jump over the 10, I don't think he can go rail first. So he's forced to go off the left long rail. Possibly playing it with a bit of draw, coming back into the angle. Nice try. Had to draw that one to straighten it out a little bit. So second ball in hand. Ball in hand chance now for Allesio. Nice play, avoiding all the traffic coming back up table, and he's looking good here. 7 looks like it's far enough from the side that it's easily available. Really very little cue ball movement for the rest of the rack. Slightly the wrong angle here. A bunch of room up on the left side of the table. Playing to that area. Speed with the cue ball. A little too far where he's going to have to play a similar shot. Back around 2 rails. Thinking about coming underneath it. I feel like the cue ball's playing pretty far to the left for that shot. If he plays it thickly into the pocket, he might be able to get into the right side of the 9 and stay pretty straight on the 8. I'm going to cross. I think he's got there. Take a look at the body language, and yeah, you can see the disappointment. 9 balls blocking it. So, rack not over yet, but advantage back to Carslan, and if Allesio would have took this 8th game here, he would have been in a commanding lead. Still can get out of this. Call the 8.
Tie.
Tough attempt there. Lucky to leave the cue ball on the rail. Is only saving grace here. Carslan can power out of this shot. 2 rails. High level of difficulty though, hitting the ball with so much power off the rail. Nicely played. He's played some good shots in this match, particularly judging the speed perfectly to get perfect on the 8 in the previous. I believe it was rack number 6. Good shot there. Getting himself nicely in line. Has good timing in his stroke. Has good pace in his game. Player that has good potential for improvement. He's back to 5-3 now. Allesio to break in rack number 9. Did come with that huge break in rack number 7, making 5 balls and running all the way out for a break and run. Off square on the hit this time. Big separation, but nothing down. Karaslan can attempt to bank the one up the middle of the table here. Bit of a window between the 3-7. We will have blockers with the 6-9-10. And guaranteed distance. Don't know if he's called this. Yeah, I think he would have probably not even called that. Tried to bank it more up the middle. Good opening chance for Allesio here. Definitely some work to do in the first 3 shots, but if he's able to get on the 4, the rest of the rack looks okay. Two rails forward likely here. Well, the 8's blocking him. Playing that shot with a little more speed, but I had to contact the 2 perfectly. That's what he was trying. He was trying to just lay up on it, not leave Karaslan a shot, but he has got a good opener here. Again, biggest problem in the rack is getting back from the 3 to the 4. A lot of traffic going on the draw angle back up table. There is a path between the 6-9. Kind of leads towards the bottom left corner pocket. Got to be aware of that. If he's able to control the speed properly, he can just play on a path that leads to that pocket, but just light enough to not actually reach it. Got inside the 9. Big angle now on the 4. Again, a lot of traffic in the middle in this rack. Nothing wrong with just resorting to defense here. If he does go offense, the 5's pretty available over the bottom right. So I'd have to get a little unlucky not to have some kind of shot. Smart play there. Never know what's going to happen once you start running into other balls. He's covered the 4 nicely. Alesio's going to be on another jump now. Nice shot. That's a game changer there. Gonna have to draw the cue ball to the right a little if he wants to get straight on the 6 on the side. Can come 2 rails towards the 6 in the same pocket. 9's looming a little bit big on that shot. A little in between here. That's a good shot. Very likely to get the wrong angle on the 6 if he does play it in the side. So he's going to go for the perfect speed here. How's it going to end up? Right behind the 9. Tough one there. So Karaslan's still in this match, trailing by 2 games. Consider him a small favorite in game number 9 here. Nice kick safe. Had to play that one with speed. Oh, but he's gone off in the corner. So Karslan now, first chance to draw back to within a close score line since the early going in the match. Cue ball moving nicely to the left here. Just the slightest bit straight. A great ideal angle off the rail. Might have to hit it with a one speed higher than we would have wanted, but pretty reasonable position here. Nicely played. Good natural angle going over to the right side of the table. There it is. Karslan will be drawing within one here. He'll be breaking in rack number 10. Showing good heart. Stuck 4-0 at one point. Only down by a game now. Karslan doesn't have a break and run yet in this set. He is capable. Nice hit there. Nice and square. And the wired ball's back in the side. Tough opener on the one, but he does have offensive possibilities here if he wants. A little thin to be holding the cue ball for the 2 in the side, which would be the easiest play. He can come back off the short rail, back towards the 2-8 combo if he likes. A little bit of worry with the cue ball playing towards the top right if he does play the 1 on the side. So he's thinking about safe here. Don't think it's going to work out unless the 6 gets in the way. Hasn't. So chance for Allesio now. Had that one chance where the 9 ended up getting between the cue ball and the 8 a couple racks ago. Play up one rail here, either corner pocket. Oh, big stretch there. Just kind of didn't get behind the pocketing line properly. Was kind of off to the side of it. It was a mistake. Similar shot for Karslan. Much easier on the pocketing. If he can hold for the 3 in the side here, he will. We want to draw back enough that he can get straight in on the 3. misplay. Just going to need an angle on the 6 where he can stay on the left side of the table. Drop to ideally get straight on the 7. Cue ball's moving to the right here, so he's going to have to be mindful of the speed. If he does end up with an angle going to the right off the 6, he still can get back over to the left side, but he'll be looking to get straighter where it's a little less complicated with the cue ball movement. Decent angle, going to be bridged over top of the 10-7 on a draw as well. Typically, you'd want to take a longer bridge at these balls, and if you do put your bridge in front of the 7-10, it's a little bit tough to generate enough power. See how comfortable he is on the bridging here. He's got enough room. He's around the 10. That's a big advantage here. Nice shot. Strong comeback from Correspond. Not actually ideal here. Might have to run into the 9. Might be just straight enough to draw straight back. Good shot there, getting as straight as he could on the 9. And from 4-0 down, he's brought the scoreline back to likely 5-all here. Allesio fanning himself a little bit in the chair there. Europe's been under a big heat wave for the past couple weeks. Dog days this summer. There it is. Even scoreline now. 5-all. Race to 7. For a spot in the final 32 in the elimination stage. Felix Vogel down 7-5 to Sulek now. Rico Rompin's taking the lead over Pietrzyk. That's the second time off the table for Allesio. And the tide is turning here. The 5's going to end up tough. But things really going Carslan's way at the moment. Go for this free foul here just because of how tough the 5 is. Didn't quite get there. Looks like it could be possible to develop some breakout options into the 5. You can hold up the right side of the table here and get an angle going to the right from the 1 to the 2 to the 3. Could be profitable. Surprisingly missed there. Missed by a fair bit. Must have been trying to really focus on holding the cue ball. Maybe some tactical play in this rack. There are a couple angles off the 2 that could possibly develop the 5. It's going to be a question of how aggressive the players want to be. It'll be a lot tougher to get into the 5 off the 3. So See how this tactical play on the 1 ball ends up, and if they're able to get some kind of angle on the 2. 5 really has to be moved for whichever player's shooting to come out with something offensive. Can't really play safe off of it. Is he going to run the cue ball into it now? Okay, so Carslan's going to look to get some kind of angle where he can develop 5 here. Off the 2. I like the angle that he's on there. Of course, the risk if you do run into the 5 is that either the 10-7 or 5 getting in between the 3. But it's really a risk that I think both players need to take if they're going to be shooting offensively. Didn't get the angle he wanted here. So some more safe play. Without the benefit of having a ball before the 2 to possibly create a breakout angle now. A spot to play safe from here. Play a cross bank. 2 over to the right, top right pocket. Let's have to get the cue ball behind another ball in that case. Yeah, just went for a layup safe here. This 5 ball's really played a big factor in this rack. You can see it right from the beginning. It just got in an awkward spot over there on the left long rail. I like this play. Four balls in a cluster over there now. So I'm going to try to ideally draw the cue ball behind the 7 here. Don't quite get it, but they have separation now from the 5. Looks like it's going to be available in the same pocket as the 3 here from very small angles over on the left long rail. Arslan can just play the 2 thinly here. Just a little too thick. Looks like he's left an angle for Allesio. Allesio going over, having a look, see if the 5's available in the same pocket as the 2. Looks like it is. He's straight on the 3 here. Even having this much angle is a bit of a problem. He's going to have to play the left part of the pocket to hold the cue ball as close to the rail as possible. Does have the angle of the pocket, the 5. Draw angle is kind of playing into the 7. Going forward is going to create a lot of, going to require a lot of speed. So tough spot here. Tricky. So after about 8 innings, Carslan gaining the advantage here. Wanted to be a little straighter on this 6. He can draw underneath the 8. Just going to leave him a little more distance than ideal on the 7. Pretty standard cue ball movement from 7 to 8. So I think just drawing underneath the 8, getting as close as you can here. Following angle. Nice little bump on the 8. Natural angle coming across now. Oh, he might have undercut it. He did. Is the 9 going to get in the way? Not quite. Might have to play the smallest amount of swerve to get into the proper spot on the 7. I would consider a swerve here. He's going right to the jump cue, but it's a small swerve. The left spin would play the cue ball towards the 8 as well. Nothing wrong with jumping this. Just got to be confident that you can get some draw out of it. He did. Nice shot. Tough pocketing now. He's lost 5 of the last 6 games, so his confidence won't be super high here.
Extension.
Taking his extension, recognizes the difficulty of this shot and the importance of in the overall match. Long bridging. Get it. So Karslan with first look at a possible lead in the match. Gonna have to play this bank in with a lot of speed if he wants to come back around for the 9 properly. Sometimes you just gotta go though. 10 ball's not gonna be possible to get behind as far as a save. He's called it. Too wide. Might get safe with the cue ball here though. He has. Allesio can play a standard safe with the cue ball, with the 8 ball down to the short rail. Ideally trying to get the 9 involved. Not quite, but he's safe here. Karslan has a real touchy one, cutting the 8 into the 10. He's got to cut the 8 into the 10 perfectly to leave the 8 safe. Tried that, caught it a little thinly, but that'll work. Similar shot available here for Allesio if he likes. Nice shot. Watch out for the corner. Oh, and he's in. What a turn of events in this match. And Karslan now with a chance to take the lead in game number 11. He'll be breaking in rack number 12. Wanting to get closer here. This ball's missable. You know, for the average player at home, you might think, well, he's straight in the corner. No big deal, but whenever there's this much distance from the cue ball to the object ball and the object ball to the pocket, the ball's got to be cued perfectly. No good. Is it going to end up behind the 10? Looks like it's a little short of pace. It is. Yeah, that's just a case of needing to get closer to the 9 there. And when you're under pressure and you have distance, like I said, between both the pocket and the cue ball and object ball, it's just not as easy as you think. So after a 3-game run from Carslan, Allesio takes game number 11 and back in the lead. See the shake of the head there from Carslan. He knew he had the game in his hands. Still a close one heading down to the finish line here. Allesio just taking a short break here. Showing you action of Riku Rompinen over on table number 2. Rompinen's actually advanced with a 7-6 victory, so that's another player from Finland over there on table number 2. Felix Vogel's gone down and defeats 7-5. He'll have to come back in the losers qualification round. Haven't heard of his opponent Sulek. Must be a very top player. Be beating Vogel. 2 ball down here, 4 balls in as well. Good shot on the 1 and the 8. 3, 4, 5 all at the same end of the table. Big shot of the racks here going to be from the 5 to the 6. 5 to the 6. Ideally, if you can get some angle going into the right long rail, you can come across 2 rails to the short side of the 6. Possibly a little underdrawn here. Gonna have to see his exact angle on the 6 if he can hold or not. It is possible to hold. He'll be left with a big cut angle on the 7. Have to come all the way up and down here. I think he has to try to hold it with some right spin. Spin the cue ball over to the right. looking at the pocketing angle, so he is considering something offensive.
Time. Extension.
Don't blame him for taking his extension on this one. It's really just a little too thin to hold it and a little too thick to come all the way up and down. And it's decided on safe. I don't blame him. Look out for the cue ball, though. And it's down, and Alessio's going to have a ball in hand here with 4 balls left. Just a couple missteps at the end of the set from Karslan. Had a valiant charge in the comeback. He'll take some solace in that moving forward. Doesn't want to get straight here. He is pretty straight. Can create some angle going towards the 9, but won't be as straightforward as it could have been. Look at this. Power got him. And another chance for Karslan. He had a little bit of a smile on his face. Definitely thinking he was out of the match at that point. Pressure pocketing here. Looking to bring it to the hill. Deep breath here for Karslan. And it's down. So here we go, hill. To advance to the final 32 single elimination stage. Allesio to break. He does have 1 break-in run in the match. Coming with a huge break. Round rack number 11. Making 5 balls. We're looking for a repeat of that here. Ten ball might drop, doesn't. Nothing down. Reminder the 10 ball can't be comboed in for a win, so it won't be a game winning factor here. Nothing really by that pocket, so expect it to be shot last. Tough spot for Karslan here. Could try to draw the cue ball behind the 7 or possibly play some kind of carom into the 7. Be a little bit out of control with the 1 in that case. He should call it regardless in case he does miss. He is trying to play safe and misjudges it. Didn't quite get the 7 to go, but got safe with the 1. Very tough spot now for Allesio. 1 ball cutting to the left. The cue ball is running into the 2, so he can't free the cue ball up going back down table. Almost resigned to try to use the 3 as a blocker. Karslan can get the cue ball behind the 3 here. Need a little bit more right spin on that one. And look for him to be stuck behind the 9. Elevated draw. Not much distance. He just followed it. Draw play there would have created more distance between the 2 balls, and he has left them a high percentage kick here. Six ball's going to play a tough factor in the rack going forward. Wonder if he can hit the 1 thin enough here to carry him the 8 in. Looks very available. I guess, yeah, he could always combo it, and I think he is going to have to combo it. Ideally going to look for the one playing off the rail here, where he can cut the one directly in the side. Oh, he had to hit it so thinly that he missed the whole ball. And that's a mistake. Played some right spin on it, too, to try to create a little more cut angle. And not only comboing the 8 in here, but controlling the 1. If he does, he's looking pretty good for the 2-3-4. Oh, that's a surprising miss there. Just wasn't playing quite directly into the pocket. Angled into the top side of the pocket, and with that kind of speed, always risking a wobble like that. Getting a little scrappy now. Allesio had an attempt at making the 10 there. Hasn't left anything. Karaslan will be looking to get the 2-10-4 involved as blockers, possibly the 5, avoiding the window between the 2-5 if he can. Watch a right spin here. He might bank the 1 up table. He had a look at going behind the 6-8. I think that's must have been what he was trying. Almost got there. He has left the angle for Allesio here. Nice shot. Caught a little bit too much stun in the cue ball. Behind the 5 now. Be going back to the jump cue here. He's had a lot of jumps in this set. Probably bordering close to 15 or so jumps. Open long pocketing here for Karaslan. Trust his fundamentals. He's going to have to draw the cue ball. Cue ball's playing too much into the top right if he follows it. Just above medium speed here. Not there. And a chance now for Allesio. Gonna want to avoid the 4-10 coming back towards the 3. He can play to the left of the 9 with follow. If he has to draw it, that'll make the speed control a lot trickier. I think he does have to draw it. Yeah, the 9 was a big ball there. Got away with it though. Now has to avoid the 5 coming across table and 10 being in pretty bad line for the 4, but he can play over to where he's pointing right now. Tough sequence of balls coming up. 6 balls not easy. Go for the cue ball behind the 10. It is behind the 10. And another jump coming now from Allesio. Doesn't want the 6 to open up. It hasn't. Push the 9 in a way that's going to make playing the 6 in the long pocket tough. He can get over onto the left long rail and play the 6 in the shorter pocket. 8's nice and close to the 6. So really the key to the rack here is from the 5 to the 6. Hill action, everything on the line. Winner gets a place in the final 32. He's a little straight now. Can go 2 rails forward. Complicates things a little bit. Good shot. Just chose to stun it over by the simpler position. And he's just got there. To the point where he has a nice angle coming off the rail as well. 2 hanging balls after the 6 here. Let's double check his body language. It's a little closer than it looks from the overhead. I believe it is available, and he's looking at the proper position on the 8 where he can just follow through the angle.
Extension.
Extension.
Ideally would like to get down near the short rail on the 9 here. Really few angles that can play him back towards the 10. A little tricky here. Might have to could draw it back to near where it is now. A little more to the left of where it is. Follow it 2 rails inside the 10. Got around the 10, and he's good here. A great comeback from Karslan in this match. Session from Allesio. Definitely be a little bit disappointed with the overall outcome here, being in such a high ahead of the match so far. But strong comeback from Karslan, and he'll be moving on to the final 32. That'll be it for today from the Predator European Youth Championships. And we'll be back tomorrow, 5 more days of competition. Back at 9 a.m. local Slovenian time. Be sure to tune in all week. This is Eric Horowitz. Talk to you soon.